Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare.
Too low, Maharaj. Too low for you. Back side I kept, Maharaj. I kept back. Oh, wait.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So brand new. Okay. We should wait? Yeah? Okay. Oh, okay, all right. Put it here. Let's do the kirtan. Namaha Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo sabe. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. जोर से हरि बोल। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashodanandanam Braja Janaranjanam. Yashodanandanam Braja Janaranjanam. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारे। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारे। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारे। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारे। जशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। जशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। जमुना तीर वनचारे। जमुना तीर वनचारे। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारे। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारे। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारे। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारे। जशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। जशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। जमुना तीर वनचारे। जमुना तीर वनचारे। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारे। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारे। जय ओम विश्वपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमद। इस डिवाइन ग्रेस ऑफ भाई शरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की। इस्कॉन बेबडी फाउंडर आचार्य जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमद। इस डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। ब्रज में वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवदीपमापुर धाम की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। समावेत भक्त वृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. Glories to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We are reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter number 18, text number 66. This is a famous verse. Probably it is one of the conclusion. There are few verses of conclusion. This is one of them, but this is the final one. But the other instructions are there also to be aware, that is told to Arjun. This verse is unilaterally demanding total surrender. It's not like Narendra surrender. This is an absolute surrender. Okay? Sarvadharmana parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchah. Sarvadharmana parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchah. Sarvadharmana parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchah. Anybody?
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः
Sarvadharman, all varieties of religion, parityajya, abandoning, mam, unto me, ekam, only, sharanam, surrender, vraja, go, aham, I, tvam, you, sarva, all, papebhya, from sinful reactions. Mokshishyami, deliver. Ma, not. Sucha, worry. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. The Lord has described various kinds of knowledge, process of religion, knowledge of the Supreme Brahman, knowledge of the Super Soul, knowledge of the different types of orders and statuses of social life, knowledge of the renounced order of life, knowledge of non-attachment, sense and mind control, meditation, etc. He has described in so many ways different types of religion. Now, in summarizing Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that Arjuna should give up all the processes that have been explained to him. He should simply surrender to Krishna. The surrender will save him from all kinds of sinful reactions, for the Lord personally promises to protect him. In the 8th chapter, it was said that only one who has become free from all sinful reactions can take to the worship of Lord Krishna. Thus, one may think that unless he is free from all sinful reactions, he cannot take to the surrendering process. To such doubts, it is here said that even if one is not free from all sinful reactions, simply by process of surrendering to Sri Krishna, he is automatically freed. There is no need of strenuous efforts to free oneself from the sinful reactions. One should unhesitatingly accept Krishna as the supreme savior of all living entities. With faith and love, one should surrender unto him. According to the devotional process, one should simply accept such religious principles that will lead ultimately to the devotional service of the Lord. One may perform a particular occupational duty according to his position in the social order, but if by executing his duty one does not come to the point of Krishna consciousness, all his activities are in vain. Yaidam paramam guhyam mad bhakteshu vidashiti. Sorry. Okay. Anything that does not lead to the perfectional stage of Krishna consciousness should be avoided. One should be confident that all circumstances, Krishna will protect him from all difficulties. There is no need of thinking how one should keep the body and soul together. Krishna will see to that. One should always think of himself helpless and should consider Krishna the only basis of his progress in life. As soon as one seriously engages himself in devotional service to the Lord in full Krishna consciousness, at once he becomes freed from all contaminations of material nature. There are different processes of religion and purificatory processes by cultivation of knowledge, meditation in the mystic yoga system, etc. But one who surrenders unto Krishna does not have to execute so many methods. That simple surrender unto Krishna will give him from unnecessary wasting time. One can thus make all the progress at once and be freed from all sinful reactions. One should be attracted by the beautiful vision of Krishna. His name is Krishna because he is all attractive. one who becomes attracted by the beautiful, all-powerful, omnipotent vision of Krishna is fortunate. There are different kinds of transcendentalists. Some of them are attached to the impersonal Brahman vision. Some of them are attracted to the super soul feature, etc. But one who is attracted by the personal feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and above all, one who is attracted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself, is the most perfect transcendentalist. In other words, devotional service to Krishna in full consciousness is the most confidential part of the knowledge. And this is the essence of the whole Bhagavad Gita. Karma Yoga, empiric philosophers, mystics, and devotees are all called transcendentalists, but one who is pure devotee is the best of all. The particular word used here is ma shucha, do not fear, don't hesitate, don't worry, are very significant. One may be perplexed as to how one can give up all kinds of religious forms and simply surrender to Krishna, but such worry is useless. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshul Militanyena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jata Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sujivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitanscha हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे सर्वधर्मान परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहम त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचा. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender to me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. This is a very true conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. In 1974, when Shinaji Das in Mumbai came into contact with Srila Prabhupada, he was attending Swami Chinmayananda's classes. He is a very well-known Bhagavad Gita, but he was a Mayavadi, impersonalist. And Shinaji Das, Dr. Narendra Desai, is a good friend of ours. He left his body. He was a big industrialist, in Mumbai, Apar Limited, and they have multiple industries. But they were Gujaratis, Vaishnavas. Mother was following Vallabha Sampradaya because that is the only known Vaishnava in Gujarat. So one day he came to his home and saw Srila Prabhupada in his house. his mother, being a Vaishnava, saw Srila Prabhupada and she was very much impressed and she invited for prasadam or something. And Srinathji Das didn't know. But he came, but he was actually completely stunned that who is this sannyasi? And my mother is treating so fondly. Huh? Before that, no sannyasis have come. And he himself, who was attending to Swami Chinmayananda, he knew he is the only sannyasi that way, teaching Bhagavad Gita. And Prabhupada was speaking of Bhagavad Gita at that time when he entered. So he became completely curious that how come my mother is entertaining him, inviting and uh, feeding him. He never had opportunity to invite Swami Chinmayananda in his house because who would understand besides him? Because he speaks in English. And Prabhupada would speak in English and Hindi also, so mother could understand. So that curiosity, just like curiosity kills the cat, Nathji thought, okay, so many sadhus are there, but he never saw Vaishnava sannyasi preaching to his mother, speaking of Bhagavad Gita. And he was also studying Bhagavad Gita in Swami Chinmayananda's Pavai ashram. So he would travel a long distances, but because they have car and other facilities, so no problem. But anyway, and that was the kind of fed for educated. He got educated from Harvard, MBA, he did it. And then he was controlling the empire of his father, the industrial estates. So Naji was curious. Let's see what is the difference between Chinmayananda's teachings and Prabhupada's teachings. So when he will go and hear some lecture from Chinmayananda, then with the lecture he has particular set mind of understanding. So he would come and ask Srila Prabhupada, can you please explain this verse? The same verse. He found total difference between the explanations of two sannyasis. So then he will ask question to Srila Prabhupada and he will give the answer. Then he will go to Chinmayananda and ask the same questions, and Chinmayananda's answers are completely way off, not to the point even, So during this process, he was completely confused in that sense, not confused, but uh, because of his mother and the Vaishnava blood running in him, naturally got attracted. But Swami Chinmayananda was saying one time, his friends from that Pavai ashram, he said, let's go and meet Swamiji. So at that time, Juhu temple was under construction and he brought. So Srila Prabhupada was sitting and invited all of them. Okay. So Nathji Das introduced Prabhupada, they are also students of Bhagavad Gita. And Prabhupada understood. So Prabhupada asked them, what is the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita? Very straight, point blank question. What is the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita? And they started looking at each other, the group. Then somebody dared to say, oh, Swamiji, There is no conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. Every day you read the same sloka, you will get a different meaning. You know? And Prabhupada became very angry. He thumped his fist on the desk and said, "Who said there is no conclusion of Bhagavad Gita? What is this? Sarva dharmana parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja." They said, "Manmana bhava mad bhakto mad." Is it not a conclusion? You have to interpret different way. Avoid Krishna's surrender. Right. Now, what it means, it requires purified intelligence. Otherwise, nobody will be surrendering. Everybody surrender. We are partially surrendered. But our intelligence is not yet purified. So we cannot take this verse verbatim. We become doubtful. Oh, Krishna is telling to everybody, but I'm attached to material world. I'm attached this way. How can I surrender? If I surrender, then who will be looking after? Krishna is not going to look after them. So complete distrust is set, which they remain confused in. Because they have distrust, then why he? Then he doesn't say, so my father was worshipping Ganesh and he should have gone back to Godhead. You worship anybody. Why he is so much audacious to claim everything? Ekam. Why so much envious of others? Krishna is envious of others. Because the intelligence is not properly purified, people doubt. Because they have anarthas situated in their heart, they are not clean. So they, naturally, they'll be confused. Hriday Granthi and Ashatrushna. These are the two factors that hamper and not allow us to even chant the holy name purely. They are like obstacles. Asatrushna means hankering for temporary material products. And Hriday Granthi means the tight knots of ignorance in the heart. What do you have to do to remove the ignorance? You have to develop intelligence. And that is said in the beginning. Buddhi Yoga. Krishna talks of Buddhi Yoga. And Buddhi Yoga is not different from Bhakti Yoga. How? Because one has to come to the resolute conclusion by deliberation of his intelligence. What is the intelligence for the soul? Only one. Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekehe kurunandana bahu shakha hirantascha buddhayo avyavasayinam. Vyavasaya means occupation. But for the soul, there is only one occupation. For the soul, there is only one occupation. The body may have different occupations. You have to nurture the body, or you have to nurture the body of your family. So you end up working. But that is not the function of soul. That is not the function of it. Is the function of the body and bodily attachments. Striyo punsam maithuni bhavam etat ataha Hradaya Granthi Yahu. Ata Griha Kshetra Apta Vittaihi Janasya Mohoyam Aham Mameti. This is said in Srimad Bhagavatam. Simply by sex desire, we create a web of ignorance around us. Web of ignorance, not knowledgeability, but web of ignorance. And therefore we end up, uh, into entanglement with the house, property, griha, kshetra, our field of activity, the job, what we call. Apta means our family members and friend circles. Vittahi, money management. In this way, we are trapped into moha. Moha should be temporary as long as to maintain body and self together. But those who do not know the single occupation of the soul, ekeh kurunandana. So, bahushakha henantascha buddhayo avyavasayana. Those who do not know, those who are ignorant of the vyavasaya means occupation of the soul, their intelligence is multiplied. It's not resolute. And who does not get? Again, Krishna reiterates in the second chapter, then Bhogeshwarya prasaktanam taya aprata chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhi samadhavna vidiyate. Those who are engrossed in sense gratificatory life, of Bhog and Aishwarya, they will never get to know what is the vyavasaya means occupation of the soul. They'll be left away. But in times, the piety purifies our mind, then allows us to think, human being is supposed to look into the occupation of the soul. So Rishabdev in Srimad Bhagavatam tells, if a person doesn't know what to do and what not to do, because it is not coming from his heritage, from the pious family background or anything, then, or when the circumstances change and hallucination for other subordinate religious principles of arthakam, dharma, arthakam. The arthakam, if they are engaged, then they lose their discriminating faculty, which is the function of this intelligence. They don't get, So, vyavasayatmika buddhi, ekehi kurundana, they do not get, because they are engrossed in sense gratificatory activities, which are temporary and frustrating, right? So, how to cultivate that? Even though in Bhagavad Gita, it is very straightforwardly mentioned, that human can have an occupation which is temporary, is not occupation. He has to look for the eternal occupation of the soul. That's called Sanatan Dharma, eternal occupation of the soul. And that is, he has to make advancement towards the eternal occupation. So there is a retirement age he has to do. When he will become infirm, invalid, then yet and that eternal occupation is still remaining. It is not going to give up. We may forget, but that is not an excuse. Human life is to utilize his discriminating faculty of Sat, means eternity. Na sato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate. So in the second chapter, everything has been spelled out for preparation towards sarmadharmana parityajya mamikam sharanam vraja. So Krishna is telling, the second chapter is also called the summary of the Bhagavad Gita. Right? But what is the summary? Summary means everything is told in condense, and then it will be expanded, from subject to subject. So intelligence is a discriminatory faculty that decides what is eternal and what is temporary. He knows for eternal there is no cessation, and asat means there is no endurance. It does not last long. It may give you a glimpse, but it will cheat you because it's not going to last you. Everything material has that limitation. Nothing is eternal except you, yourself. Then natural inclination, that who does the soul belong to? He has not appeared just by accident or by the Big Bang theory of chemical blast. No. You cannot create consciousness, which is the divine energy flowing through our senses. Krishna has arranged, and that is the explanation. How did he do it? Understand through Krishna's arrangement of Maitreya Muni, telling Vidurji everything of that, how material world has come about. It's not a speculation, but how the conscious soul is playing an important part. But who gives the consciousness? We have been discussing this. The consciousness is spiritual energy. It is not manufactured in the lab by material energy. So spiritual energy should be utilized for all spiritual purpose. That was the understanding given to mankind. And Manu and Shatrupa, they were instrumental to propagate the mankind. They are Brahma's children. Otherwise, to even propagate, Brahma utilized the mental conception and conception through the 9 sages. They were all Prajapatis. But Rudra also was there. And Brahma told, because Rudra came out from the Brukuti of Brahma. When he became angry, when 4 Kumaras denied to become householders. All right? So Brahma said, wow, the very first instant of the process of procreation is being opposed by these 4 sons of mine. Why did they oppose? Brahma could not understand. So he became angry, and from the Brukuti, Rudra came out, crying. Rudra means crying. So he said, Pitaji, Pitaji, what is my duty? What should I do? And Brahma said, you become a Prajapati. That is my only business. And there are 11 Rudras formed. And Rundranam Shankarascha, Krishna denotes himself that my potency in Shankar. But he is one of the 11 Rudras. But the Rudras also beget, and their progeny is called Bhairava. Bhairava means Bhayanak, very dangerous. And the rishis, the 11 rishis were there too. They were the original Prajapati. So, opposition between Rajogun and Tamogun, it not only collided, but for destruction. And Brahma said, oh my God, this is my second attempt that is also being frustrated. I said, then he created through his mind Manu and Shatrupa, as husband and wife. But that is, Manu is the incarnation of Lord Vishnu himself has to come with Lakshmi. And in the form of Manu and Shatrupa, the mankind started begetting. They were, he has two sons, Priyavrat and Uttanpad, and three daughters, Prasuti, Akuti, and Devahuti. Right? So the generations are beginning. Out of that, Prasuti married to Daksha Prajapati. All right? Akuti to Angiras Muni. But then Devahuti was remaining. Right? And Manu and Shatrupa, they were worried, but Devahuti was very intelligent, pious, completely different mentality from the other two sisters. So it is said that Lord Vishnu was very pleased with the austerities of Kardam Muni. He was also a Prajapati. But he was so renounced. Being a Prajapati, he cannot be renounced. So how to convince him? Lord Vishnu said, I'm very pleased with your austerities and you are always keeping me in your heart, but I want to come as your son. And Kardamuni said, I will agree. My dear Lord, you command me and I will fulfill that. I don't care for what I'm doing. I'm a sannyasi. But I can become, part of the Brahma's functioning. So, Narad Muni heard this. And Narad Muni came to Devahuti. Hey, Devahuti, I have found a very suitable, candidate that is worthy to become your husband. I have heard that Lord Vishnu has personally benedicted Karda Muni to become his son. And he has agreed to become Prajapati. Why don't you marry him? And Devahuti got the conclusion. She was very anxious for her own deliverance. Being a woman, she was concerned. So she went to her father and mother that if you are thinking of me getting married, then I will marry only Kardam Muni and nobody else. Because there is no guarantee who will deliver. Right? There is no guarantee. We never hear how Prasuti has been delivered herself. She is delivering everything. Prasuti means deliverance. So Manu and Shatrupa said, yes, there is ample reason why not to approach. He is also a Prajapati. So they came to the hermitage and said, my dear Kardamuni, by providence, we came to seek your help. This is my daughter. Devhuti. She has taken a vow that she will marry only you and nobody else. And Kardamuni says, oh, maybe this is Krishna's plan. Says, yes, but one uh, condition. He says, what? When I become Prajapati, I will consider my job is over and I will go back for meditation. He says, okay. And they got married because they came prepared, you know. So they were married and they left Devhuti and Kardam in their hermitage. They didn't seek anything, but as soon as the marriage is over, Kardam Muni went for his meditation. And Devhuti started serving him, right? And in meditation, so much time has passed, Devhuti became emaciated, you know. Her hairdo has been becoming jata, you know jata, you know, and eyes were deep. And after some time, when the meditation was broke, Kardamuni says, oh, who is this girl? You totally forgot. Huh? And he's bluntly asking, who are you? Hmm? And Devhuti, being very, very modest, uh, she shows her modesty by shyness. Oh, my husband is asking, who am I? He was so much, you know, in meditation. So she starts digging earth from her toenails. This is the highest level of modesty and shyness she has been doing. Then, uh, if you are Devhuti, how could this has been happening to you? Where is your youthfulness, beauty, everything? What happened? Did you disrespect the guests? He's starting remembering, you know, that, yeah, I have got married, but, you know, I went into the meditation, and meanwhile, she must be running the household. Did she insulted any guest? That's why some bad omen came and she got emaciated like that. And again, she was little smiling, but would not dare to see eye to eye. She was digging the earth only. And more, Kardamuni contemplated that, oh, Devhuti, I'm sorry. You know, I was supposed to be your husband, but went on meditation. I didn't fulfill my obligation of being Prajapati. Okay, don't worry. You know, due to my uh, yogic process, I will fulfill your desires. But you go first to Bindu Sarovar, where Lord Shiva's assistants are there. They will help you to regain your youth back. Meanwhile, I'm meditating on making a beautiful floating island for you, and I will take you to Hanuman. All right. So this is the way, you know, the entire setup was there. So um, uh, Devhuti comes back, regains her youth, and they are off. Kardam Muni took her all the way up to the entire Brahmand and came up to the Lokaluk mountain. It says here on the top of this universe, you know, Brahma is sitting, meditating, right? And we are his progeny, but he has conceived with mental. So we have the process of mental. But now, because you are Manu and Shatarupa's daughter, naturally we have to make the progeny. So, but here the demigods also come underneath. There is a Lokalok mountain underneath. There is a Nandankanan, and people come for picnic with their wives. The demigods. And here is the Kshir Sagar, right, flowing. And this is the kind of spiritual honeymoon, all right, showing the entire nature of the world through the yogic process, all right. And during that time, he expanded 9 times and begat 9 girls. In material world, how many septuates? Only 6 or 7 children have come in a single pregnancy. How many triplets are there? Quadruplets are there, but maximum there are 6 or 7. Eh? 8. Oh my God. But Kardamuni did 9. That is the potential. If ordinary human being can have the potential, why not Kardamuni? So it's nothing like that. But then they came after some time, came back to the hermitage. Okay, so my job is over, I would go. But Devati says, my dear husband, how is it possible? These 9 girls will go to their own homes as the wives of some other Prajapatis. Who will deliver me? See the intelligence. Who will deliver me? And Kardamuni was thinking, I heard, my dear Lord, that Lord Vishnu has promised that he would like to come as your son. Please do that favor to me. That's why I got married to you. Because she was very anxious to get her deliverance, that she doesn't want to come back in this material world. That is the most intelligent. Buddhi is one of the endowment of Krishna. And it is more in women rather than men. Krishna says, I'm only one character to be found in men, and that is Paurusham Rushu, ability in men. But in women, I'm having 7 characteristics. Where is 1:7? It says in the 10th chapter, 38th verse, Mrityu sarvaharashchaham udbhavascha bhavishyatam. I'm the death personified, but at the same time, I'm also the origin of new who are going to come in the future. That is an ongoing process, bodily conceptions. But Kirti, Sri, Vakchanarinam, Smutir, Meda, Dhritikshama. These 7 characters. Nari means women. Kirti means fame. A man is not himself famous. There is always a female energy behind her. And man is having a false ego that he's a man, he's Purusha. And the ladies also have the same ego in ignorance, and that is, oh, I'm a lady. I have to behave like that. But both are bodily conceived idea. In Krishna consciousness, we are told that we are not this body, we are soul, but the soul is not Purusha. Otherwise, in bodily conception, there is Purushatva in women also. Purush means enjoyer. All right? The word Purusha is enjoyer, enjoying spirit in bodily conception is called Purusha. Well, ladies also have the bodies. They also want to enjoy. And Purush also wants to enjoy. All right? But both are wrong because both are part and parcel of Krishna as soul. Their originality is soul. And soul is male or female? Tell me. Eh? Tell me, speak louder. Soul, what is the gender for the soul? Female. Soul is female in nature because Jivera Swarupa Hoyer Nityera Krishna Das Krishnera Tatashta Shakti Beda Abeda Prakash. Soul is Shakti. Shakti is always female. And Shaktiman is Krishna. If you do not utilize your Shakti that has been given in service of Krishna, your life is failure. It's called Parajaya. Parabhavasya abodha jato javanna jigyasam atma tattvam. Rishabdev is telling to Bharat and other 99 sons, Nunam pramatta kurute vikarma. We become maddened simply out of bodily conception of life. We end up doing what is not suggested to be doing. Nunam pramatta kurute vikarma. Jadendriya pritranya apanoti. For the pleasure of dead senses. No sadhu manye. I do not consider that is good. For what? Atmanoyam, for the soul. It is not good. Asat api kleshada asadeha. Because this body is asat means temporary. It is giving you problems. The nature of the body is giving you problems. Because it does not belong to the soul. Soul is coming under his ignorance. He has been put under the ignorance. So, to remove ignorance, you need intelligence. There is only one factor that the soul is eternal, the body is temporary. We can't even think in that direction, and we don't want to live a life of reality. We think we are body. We are belonging to this particular state and this particular customs, and we believe in this and we believe in that. Hell with it. Krishna wants you to sarva dharmana paritteja. Give up all the unnecessary material, occupations. Mamekam sharanam vraja. Ultimate aim, we have to develop that intelligence with a form. Otherwise, that is the conclusion. But without developing intelligence. So, Krishna consciousness is the most intelligent movement which is proving to give alternative to people all over the world. Otherwise, Hinduism did not succeed. It's a misconceived idea. Even though they cling to the Vedic, but the Vedas are not. According to Kali Yuga, Kalau dosha nidhe rajan asti eko mahadguna kirtanadeva krishnasya mukta sangam param prajet. Only one good quality is chanting Hare Krishna. There is no good quality in this material world of this particular Kali Yuga. No meritoriosity. How much you can do? benevolently. Nothing. I was reading a story of Parampar Singhania, the big industrialist in India. He was a very pious man. He cultivated so much big empire, Singhanias. JK, they are known by JK, means cement is there. So many industries, they are known by JK. So a big empire came into the hand of his son, and he was not well trained in spiritual life. Prabhupada communicated with J.K. Singhania, Parampat Singhania as well. So, but he could not help Prabhupada. He wanted to build the temple in New York, and that was the communication with them. But his son took over after him. And even though an empire, big empire that he is inheriting, somehow or another, he got a Muslim wife. And uh, the Muslim wife is claiming 78% in divorce. 78% for what? And the court case is going on. Where this kind of thing is going to lead? There is no humility. When people are obsessed with janasya mohoyam aham mameti, mama iti, this is mine. Instead of it is Krishna's, they develop completely opposite thing. So there is only one good quality in Kali Yuga, that is chanting. Kirtanad eva Krishnasya. Eva means only. Krishna Kirtan. That is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, if we are trained to cultivate this Vyavasayatmika Buddhi, we can be intelligently, coming to the conclusion, which is Sarvadharmana Parityajya Mamika. You don't have to surrender to Krishna, but if you surrender to his holy name, that is also as good as surrendering to Krishna. Because there is, in absolute, there is no difference between the attributes as well as the person. So, Srila Prabhupada, was very angry with those people who said that there is no conclusion in Bhagavad Gita. You do not want to accept, but it doesn't mean there is no conclusion. There is conclusion. Then Prabhupada cites, look, these are the quotations. Don't you call it conclusion? And say, oh, Swamiji, we came to have your darshan, that's all. We don't want to go into this debating thing. Swamiji said, did you have my darshan already? So take some prasad and go. Prabhupada was furious. And there's fury can shut everybody up, So we have to be intelligent enough to discern. And the definition of intelligence is there. What is the difference between mind and intelligence? Mind is not intelligence. It is the memory bank of the perceptions of the five senses. and at random it pops out. In the night it pops out more in the form of dreams, you know. You can't memory bank an intelligence. Huh? Can you call memory as an intelligence? No. You know that IQ, intelligent quotient? Huh? There are about, how many? 26 questions they ask to measure your IQ. That is the paradigm in Mensa Institute. MENSA, Mensa Institute. Just check, Google it, and you'll get it. And they will ask all the material questions to measure your IQ. All right? They were measuring IQs of presidents because, after all, that's a rare achievement, right? President Clinton has more IQ than Donald Trump, even. So what? That is not the real thing. IQ means intelligent quotient, but the intelligence is based on information of material nature. So IQ means information quotient also. If you have this many information, your IQ is big, that is silly. That doesn't satisfy the definition. Okay, ignorant quotient. This temporary things, and you base your intelligence on the basis of temporary informations that you collect. That is also IQ. Ignorant quotient, information quotient, IQ. Then what? They still want to carry on. It means even though they don't have a reliability and experience of spirituality or conscious studies, they inadvertently, no, we are the only one to measure the intelligent quotient, but it is idiotic quotient also, right? It doesn't make any sense. You ignore your reality as a conscious being. And consciousness is not material energy. It has been given endowed as a spiritual gift. So you can realize through the five senses that you are not this body. This is my body. I not body, but this is my body. I'm the possessor of the body. Then who is the possessor? Body is not the possessor. You. Again, you are coming to that particular point and you do not know. That means parabhavasya abodha jato javanna jigyasam atma tattvam. If you have not cultivated the inquisitiveness to know what is atma tattva, what is the truth about the soul, then you will be defeated. Your life is defeated. Parabhava. Because you are not educated properly. Abodha jato. So javat kriya, tavad man. Whatever you do, your activities that will become your mind also. And karmatmakam eva sharir bandhana. You simply depend upon karma. And karma is binding you. So what is the use of such a life? Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. That animals also have. But dharmo hi eko yatra vishesho. Dharmena hina pashopi shama. So dharma means dharayati iti dharma. Who sustains us? The spiritual life sustains even our material existence for time being. But spiritual is eternal. Therefore, Getting freedom from bodily conception of life is called moksha. And moksha is shyami masucha. Huh? I will relieve you from all the ignorance if you surrender to me. All right? So this is a blanket order for everybody. And everybody has to surrender sooner or later. But sooner is the better. Why wait? Huh? Be your real. Don't remain artificial or ignorant. Otherwise, how can your household will be successful even? Huh? So, if we understand this is the ultimate goal of right from the very beginning, then our intelligence will be intact and we will never give up that intelligence, come hell or high water. Um, you know, that's how we become fearless. If you know the ultimate goal of life is to surrender to Krishna, you will become fearless. Aren't you praying to Lord Nrsingadev like that? Om Namo Bhagavate Nrsinghaya Namaste Jaste Jase Aviravirbhav Vajranakha Vajradranshta Karmashayan Randhaya Randhaya Tamagrasa Grasa Om Swaha Abhayam Abhayam Atmani Bhuyishtam Om Kshram. What is the translation? Prahlad Maharaj is teaching to everyone and Hari Ashwa, tract of land of Jambudvip, says, I offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Nrsingadev, who has nails and teeth like thunderbolts. Kindly vanquish our demon-like desires for fruitive activity in the material world, so we may become fearless in the struggle for existence. You don't need anything. Just invoke your reality and protect yourself in that real form. Lord Nrsingadev is there to help you. Do you think Lord Nrsingadev is only protecting Prahlad's body? No. There was no difference between Prahlad's body and Prahlad's soul. Everything was perfectly aligned. So nobody could destroy Prahlad. His father could not. So he is a 5-year-old boy. When such culture has been inculcated by Narad Muni since he was in the womb of his mother, you know, our children also, you know, do you know Nrsingadev? You know Nrsingadev? Are you fearful to go near him? No. See, this is called fearlessness. You don't fear, right? Prahlad is also standing nearby and he's not fearful. Why should you become fearful? But Lakshmi became fearful when he was so much angry after killing Hiranyakashipu. Everyone tried to appease Lord Nrsingadev to become, please cool down. Brahma did, Shivji did, all other demigods also did. Then Lakshmi Devi was sitting. Mother, you go. He is not, getting cool. He's your husband. Go and cool him down. And Lakshmi said, oh, is this my husband? She became Shankita, doubtful. Why should she go? And she never went. So Brahma said, Prahlad, he came for you to protect you. Please go. And Prahlad paid obeisances, and that was enough. Nrsingadev picked him up and cooled down. See, the pure devotee is the leader of all the demigods. Where demigods failed, devotees win. So this is how the surrendering process works and proves, you know. So let's have that part in our life and try to increase, you know, confidence in Krishna consciousness. You know, it is Krishna's gift to us that he is giving his consciousness, you know, and we think we have our consciousness. You are a thief. Lord Krishna, in his farthest expansion as Paramatma, is sitting in your heart and energizing you to observe all these things, which is temporary, and come out from it. Instead of you become allured and obsessive to material nature. That is the first and foremost mistake. And therefore, you will never get successful. It's not a curse, but who has succeeded materially when they have to leave everything behind them? Neither he is able to remain happy even though he has so much things at his disposal. Happiness is not some material convenience. No, we cannot remain obsessed. It's foolish. You know, so many instructions have been given to remove our ignorance about the reality of the soul. And only soul who is agreeable with Lord Krishna, he can go back home, back to Godhead. So thank you very much. Anybody has any question? Questions, questions, and questions. You have some questions today? Find out. Good brain. Yes. Okay, your daddy is asking.
Maharaj, the question I was thinking, this mind, like we are saying, surrender into, and we are surrendering in our senses, like our senses, whatever they say, like the hand, eyes, mouth, we completely surrender to them. So how to come out of this surrenderness from the body itself, and in the second level of the surrender we're talking about here, we can surrender to Krishna.
Yes.
Because all times, any like, completely engaging with, and everything comes in the priority. Like even though if it time comes to the time go to temple, something came up, and then okay, it's like okay, let's finish up. The time come from the japa, time come from the reading. So or some other service come up like, but the main purpose is like the behind of it. So how we can overcome of this?
The senses are meant to know your reality, not your surrounding. But we misuse. All right? Atah Krishnasya namadi na bhavid grahyam indriyai. We cannot even understand the import of the holy name. Nam adi, nama rupa guna lila ityadi. Na bhavid grahyam indriyai. Our senses have been misused. A polluted senses. It needs purification. So, the purifications are Sevanam mukhehi jihvado swayam spuratyam evadya. The process is Sevanam mukhehi jihvado. Starting from the tongue, you start chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So engage all other senses in the service of master of the senses. That is called bhakti. Sarvapader vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesham sevanam bhakti ruchyate. So this process is perfect. Now, at what extent are we conscious of its perfection? We have to increase the consciousness of towards the perfection. So, the best is inculcate the seed of Krishna consciousness in the children. So even later on, it will start germinating. But we need help. So Guru is there. Guru sadhu shastra vakya chityate kori vayankya. Go according to the verdict of Gurus, the disciplic succession and ultimate the scriptures, and we'll be able to make the best use of the bad bargain called bodily conception. It's a bad bargain. If we are in bad bargain, we can't bet on it. But we are like compulsive gamblers. We are betting and betting, even though we have bad bargain. So an intelligent person stops bad bargaining. So many things are there. Yeah. And even if one life is not enough, but will make a tangible progress. And Krishna says, yes, he will take care of even a unfinished, consciousness of the soul. Suchinam Srimatam Gahe Yoga Prashta Pijayate. Yoga Prashta. He's not doing Ashtanga Yoga and Prashta. He's doing direct connection with me through the holy name. So even though he is not perfected, but whatever he has gained is a permanent asset, and there is no dominion for the devotee. Devotee is always protected. So in Vaishnavism, devotees are so precious, so precious. And it's very difficult to become a devotee. If we are too much obsessed in the material life, or even ignorant sanskaras. Sanskaras are supposed to be awakening us, but instead of, we become simply ritualistic and remain ignorant for the sanskaras. So it's like that. Anyway, you selected the verse, Haribol. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishna.
I just want to know what is the correct way of surrendering to Krishna, Prabhuji.
What is the
correct way?
direct way?
Correct.
Chant Hare Krishna.
How do we surrender to Krishna?
Yeah, chant Hare Krishna. He is telling.
Hare Bol.
Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridhavrata namasyantascha mam bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. Because it's a surrendering process. Krishna approves that. What can you do other things if you cannot chant Hare Krishna? It's most unfortunate thing that those who have no taste for chanting Hare Krishna, they have misfortune. Because there is only one good quality in Kali Yuga. that you can apply, and that is Kirtanad eva Krishnasya Mukta Sangam Paraja. You will become liberated, guaranteed. But Krishna is telling, Masucha, I will carry on up to all the way back home, back to Godhead. It's not only giving you liberation. No other demigods are giving liberations. Even Shivji will be telling you, okay, do as I do, chant Hare Krishna. Yeah. Yesterday we talked about Shivji has mala, Brahma has mala, all the demigods have mala in their hand. Yeah. So in this Kali Yuga, there is no other good qualities, only one good quality. There is a direct way. Krishna approves it.
Has questions, so I have one question, Maharaj. So recently in Ahmedabad, there was a big tragedy about Air India, which we know. So how do we see from Bhagavad Gita perspective? Should we see it's because of their past karma, or should we see as a compassion, or should we see like jo bhi hota hai, acha hota hai? And also, none of them were kind of devotees. All the people, like 250, 270 people, and one person survived, and he is kind of a star. He has become a star almost, right? Every news channel is going, and all people are going. So the people who left the body, they were also not devotee, and the person who has survived is also not a devotee. But still, they celebrate as him a star. And so basically, how do we see? Because none of them are really devotee. Of course, we need to have a compassion, but how to see from Bhagavad Gita perspective?
What is the use of glorification in ignorance? You can't glorify ignorance. They are not aware of eternity. They are not aware of other paradigm that exists, that belongs to them. And we can't measure the material nature with an ignorant view. That is the bodily conception of man. We cannot measure. Because both the things are ignorant. The creation is there, he is only knowledgeable, and he is telling us. This is how the bodily conception was created, and then you entered in it because you became rebellious, you became envious, you wanted to compete with Krishna. So here is confinement. Now you win over. But we are trying somehow or another in our half-cooked situation, making it an alibi or a kind of excuse that how come we measure? Why did, why bad thing happens to good people or something like that? What is good and what is bad? It's a bodily conception. They measure on what is observable through the limited vision. You can't see far away, but it exists. You can't hear. You have limited, hearing capacity of certain decibels only, but there are other creatures that can hear far more. They say a protecting dog, if he's 50 feet away, but he can listen to your heartbeats. So he's protecting his owner. And the owner may be blind or anyone, but he relies on the dog. So dog has a better perceptibility than you. So what is great about you? Our eyes are also having limited vision. I failed in driving test, let me tell you, because I couldn't see the letters. After all, what do you want at 81 age? I don't want driving license. I lost it, so let it go. So we have limited vision. The imperfect senses is our inheritance. Then committing mistakes to err is human, right? The third is that we become illusioned. If you have seen a snake in the daytime, you will consider a rope also in the night a snake. Then cheating. Your ego is so high that it will not match with others. Male chauvinism, male dominance over women, that's false ego. After all, soul is soul. There's no difference between his soul and her soul. Both are Krishna's energy. But due to more ignorance layer, you can't trade in those disqualifications as perfections. But Krishna is all perfect, you know. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnada Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. That is the real thing. And how to understand, you must approach a bona fide spiritual master, because he has seen the truth, he will impart you the truth. And thus you have known the truth, you will know that illusion will be gone first, and you will come to your right senses, that you will be able to see that all living entities are but my part and parcel. They are in me and they are mine. So, who is outside of Krishna's jurisdiction? You think that you are outside of it, and you want to, because you do not remember Krishna, you do not approve Krishna, you will be always manorathena sati dhavato bahi. You will be eccentric. But we have to be concentric, because everything is contained within Krishna. Is Purnam. And everything emanating from him is also Purnam. After creating so many Purnams, he still remains Purnam. If you say the whole sphere is Purnam, okay? Everything is going to be created is within him, in his jurisdiction. So he is aware of everything what is happening. Are you aware what is happening in your body? No. But Krishna says, I am the one who digests your food and you are not aware of it. Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamasritam Pranapana Samayuktam Prachanyam Chaturvidam. I am the one. Who is the functionary aspect in our body? You are not. You are simply a robot. You eat only. You don't digest. So you can't make ignorance as the prime proof. What does ignorance is going to prove? Not the real thing. Reality is to be understood because you are real, you are not fake. But which part of you are real? Any other question? Again, okay.
You very wonderful word used, Rib- um, robotic. So till and in fact, the last week Saturday we went on book distribution, and I was also discussing something like that. The kishte, the living jiva, till born, and like this is then he doesn't know who is my father, who is parents, so many relatives, brother, sister, uncle, auntie, and then after birth he's slowly getting programmed like this robotic, different system programs, and so many things he learned, but towards the bhakti he's like hardly getting scanned, like it's very difficult. So is there any trick would you like to share, like some mercy, so when we go out, or like this, the way they scanned so many things, the programmed material energy, and then develop so many connections, so many different things, how they can go?
But before the child is born, you heard the Puranjan situation?
Yes.
That is Puranjan. Everybody is a Puranjan. Even in a single cell, the mother's egg has been fertilized by father's sperm. The jiva rides on the sperm and fertilizes it. And Puranjan means that conscious is becoming so much attracted to internal contour, just like as if it is described that as if he is roaming in the garden of attractiveness. So deep down, his consciousness has been geared on the matter, and the ingrained, whatever the buddhi, she is female, and he is attracted to her. So all these faculties are not allegories, but bodily conception starts when the body is going to be formed. You may say it is somatic development or guided by genetic inheritance. But the bodies are bodies. But living entities are in the body. If a living entity is in a single cell, why does he multiply? Simple organisms and then multicellular organisms. It's a study in biology, everybody knows. But we forget to tend that we were also in the similar position before. But the jiva is the soul, the one who rides, and he has been given chance to come in a devotee family. Then the value has to be Shrimatam, Sushinam Shrimatam Gehe Yoga Prashti Vijayate. He has appeared as a Yoga Prashta. Means he has to start wherever he has left over. All right. Otherwise, allurement with the bodily conception is right there during fertilization. And he is helpless. He is being dragged. Multiply everything. become a complex body of tissues. But tissues are made up of individual cells of particular type. But many tissues come together to make an organ, a composite body. In that sense, every cell is a living entity. But they are not dominated. They are composite in a tissue. But they are all eating, sleeping, dividing means mating, and defending also. All the systems are there for individual. So when a person dies, okay, the jiva, who is in a complex body, he was not confined in the human form of life to a particular cell. He was not confined, but he was in that body and gathering all the informations as he grows, and like Puranjan. But Puranjan becomes helpless in old age and invalidity, and the Kalakanya is coming. So it's not an allegory, it is everybody's life. In old body, there is a Puranjan. And they say it, if you read, when a body dies, means the living entity, is taken through the mind, intelligence, and ego, it will carry on, right? But the dead body, they are sequentially dying. Some of the cells do not die, So in our observation, we cremate a person, the Brahmanadi is the last portion to be burned. Generally, it is very difficult to burn that. If you go to crematorium, there are so many people will say something about. But anyway, the idea is that the bodily conception, which is completely, captivated by karmic actions. So karmani nirdahanti kintu cha bhakti bhajam. Karma has to be burnt. By gross body to crematorium, we burn. We do not dump in the pit or let the body be eaten away. But karmani nirdahati kintu cha bhakti bhaja. Nirdahan is important, but for bhakti, bhakti itself is burning our karmas. So devotees are not supposed to be, subjugated like the ordinary bound by karma. If we are progressive in devotional service, we'll be more and more liberated in that much degree also. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tatheva bhajamyaham. Our devotional service will be increasing and will take you to liberation, to nishtha even. And then you will be able to, interact with cultivation of the higher taste of ruchi, asakti, bhav, and prema. That's the real thing. We have to enter into it means more scrutiny on our faith. If it is lacunae somewhere, be alert. Yes, Prabhu.
Krishna Maharaj, please
Hare
accept my humble obeisances. Thank you very much for coming, putting your lotus feet in our house. Thank you for your mercy. And thank you for this wonderful class on surrender, Maharaj. And thank you, devotees, for coming this far. And your association only helping me to progress in Krishna consciousness. Please bless us. Bless me and my family. Thank you very much. Thank you, Maharaj.
For a wonderful class. So now let us chant prasadam prayers and we'll proceed. Mahaprasade Govind.
Very well. Hare Krishna. Faith is generated by the association. Adav Shraddha. Yes, everybody has, but if you are cultivating a unidirectional faith with all the stages of your